everyone, I'm Coach Kira and welcome to Gymspire Academy's channel. Today I'm going to show you a warm-up routine. So any videos that we post for skills, make sure you watch this video first. This is going to take you through a full body warm-up to make sure our muscles are nice and warm before we do our gymnastics. This video is the slightly more advanced one, so if you're 8 and above, please try this video. Let's get started. Okay everybody, we're going to find a space. We're going to start our warm up with our head. So we're going to look to one side and then the other side and repeat. Now we're going to put our ear on our shoulder and half circles. And onto our arms now, we're going to do some circles backwards. So you want to do about 4 circles on each arm, onto both arms at the same time. Changing direction. Now we're going to go to 1 forwards and 1 backwards. And to make it even harder, changing direction. Stretch up tall, we're going to reach over to one side, keeping our arm close to our ear. And over to the other side. And we're going to try and get a flat back now, so opposite arms, over to the other side, making sure our back is nice and flat. Down to one leg, try and get your nose onto your knee, keeping our legs straight at all times. Onto the other side now, same again, nose onto your knee if you can. And reaching up, we're going to go up, middle, floor, through. Up, middle, floor, through, and repeat. Keep it going. On the last one, we're going to hold it. Now we're going to reach opposite arm to opposite leg, and we're going to do our twists. Keep repeating those twists. Next up, we're going to jump up with our feet together, arms above our head, straight legs, and try and touch the floor. Keeping those knees nice and straight. And bending down, we're going to do 3 bounces. 1, 2, 3, and then straighten our legs. Trying to get your nose in between your knees, and the last one with our arms behind us. Good job. Okay, sitting down into our butterfly position now, we're going to bounce our knees up and down. Try and get your nose onto your toes. And grab hold of your ankles, pull them towards you, and try and push your knees down with your elbows. Good job. Sitting into our pike shape now. We're going to stretch up tall, and we're going to go up and down, reaching forwards, keeping our knees nice and straight. Don't bend those legs. And now we're going to hold it. Try and get your nose in between your knees if you can. Stretching up tall. This time we're going to do it with flexed feet. That's it. Keep repeating. Up and down and hold. Holding it with flexed feet can be a little bit tricky. Okay, onto our straddle position now. We're going to stretch up tall, turn to one side and reach down to your leg. Trying to get your nose onto your knee if you can. Stretching up and turning to the other side, trying to get your nose onto your knee. Notice how my knees are facing the ceiling. Stretching up to the middle, one arm down, and we're going to try and reach over to the side. Try and get your shoulder onto the floor if you can. And over to the other side, shoulder on the floor. Stretching up again and down to the middle. Good job, hold it there. And coming up. One more time, down to the middle. And coming up. Good. Well done, give your legs a shake, and we're going to do pointing and flexing. 1.1 flex and change. Circles with your ankles. We're going to cross one leg over, circle our ankle, keeping the other toe pointed. And the other side, make sure you circle it in all directions. Okay, onto our hands and knees now. We're going to warm up our wrists. We're going to do rocking backwards and forwards on our hands and knees. And side to side. Turn your hands to the side. Turn your hands inwards. Onto the top. And back forwards. And give them a shake, some roller coasters. And shake them out one more time. Great job. Moving on, we're going to go into our lunge. So we're going to put one leg forwards. Make sure your knee at the front is in line with your ankle. So it should be a straight line down. And we're going to extend both legs now, keeping them nice and straight, toes facing forwards. Putting your back knee on the floor, we're going to push our hips down into the floor, keeping our hips facing forwards as well. And we're going to extend our front leg, keeping it nice and straight, chest forwards, chest trying to get down as close to that front leg as possible. And we are going to slide into our splits now. If you can go all the way down, try and put your arms out to the side and balance. You want to make sure your front knee is facing the ceiling and back knee down towards the ground. Changing legs, we're going to go back into our first lunge position with our back knee off of the floor, keeping that knee and that ankle at the front in a nice straight line down. And extending both legs one more time, chest forwards, trying to get that nose onto your knee. Good job. And back knee on the floor, pushing our hips down, making sure our hips are square and facing forwards. And then we're going to extend that front leg and try and get our chest down to that front leg. Trying to get our nose onto our knee if we can. And we're going to slide into our splits. And hold if you can, get all the way down. Okay, moving on now, we're going to get ready for our box split. So we're going to do our box lunge warm up. So we're going to try and balance in our box lunge like this with your other toe pointed. Your leg that's towards the side needs to be up facing the ceiling so your knee is nice and straight. Repeat this a few times on each leg. Okay, now moving on to our box splits. Hands on the floor, legs apart, and we're going to slide all the way down as far as you can go. If you can get low enough, try and get your elbows on the floor or try and get your chest down onto the floor. And we're going to hold it there for as long as we can. And then we're going to go up to a sill sit. So slide forwards onto your tummy and push up. Trying to push our hips down into the floor, heels and feet together. Now pushing backwards, we're going to push our bottom into the air as high as we can, trying to get our armpits onto the floor. And pushing back now so your bottom is touching your heels. And one more time, this time we're going to do it with our legs apart. So you should sink a little bit lower into the floor. And keeping your legs there, push back so our bottom is down. Sliding forward so you can have your bottom in the air and trying to get those armpits onto the floor. Okay, moving on now to our bridge. This is our final exercise in our warm-up. You will need to take your socks off if there's slippery floor. We are going to lay down flat first of all, get our hands and feet ready, and we're going to push up. You're trying to push your armpits over your wrists and trying to extend your legs straight at the same time. Come down, and then we're going to rock backwards and forwards in a nice tuck shape, just to rock our back out the opposite way. And we're going to do this at least 2 times. So you're going to lay down again and get your hands and feet ready, and then push up and hold. So the aim is to try and push your armpits as far as you can forwards. Hopefully your bridge will look a lot better than mine, and trying to straighten your legs. Great job everyone, we're all nice and warm now, so you can watch any of our skill prep videos and then you can get started straight away. Good luck!